Yes.
Let's get into reviewing
West Tigers.
round 5. Roosters 28, Parramatta Eels 20. How do you guys see this one?
You know what? Roosters won without being great. Para, just no discipline. It was a close scoreline.
I don't know. I think Parramatta can only beat Panthers, and then they only beat them when it doesn't count.
You know what? Para, I mean, they had a player twice in the bin.
Yeah.
I mean, Roosters, if Para don't do those, if they had their discipline and
that's right.
keep the pressure on, and maybe if they had Paulo, you know, the result would, big chance would be different.
But you know what, though? This is a very skewed result because don't forget, the Roosters were winning like 28-8 until like
that's
the
what I was
65th
gonna say,
minute, right? So it was like maybe the Roosters dropped off a little bit.
But you know what? And as we saw with your favourite team, the St George Dragons, you got to play the full 80 minutes.
Yeah,
and it
absolutely.
happened to your second favourite side, the Canterbury Bulldogs against West Tigers.
But Para's been starting bad the last
Look, they're
4 weeks.
they're 1 and 4.
And then they come the last.
They're not taking their chances.
They're 1 and 4.
Absolutely not.
They found some good finds, like your favourite Queenslander Hopgood.
Yeah. Look, Jermaine Hopgood's been dropped to the bench this week, so
I mean, it's not a bad thing.
I don't think it's a bad thing.
Reinvigorate or just a little break.
Yeah, I think it's not bad, but still, look, I think the Roosters have bounced back well after losing the first game to the Dolphins and then not doing too convincingly well against the Warriors. But I think they've bounced back well. They're in for a big year. And I think they'll be there or thereabouts in the top 4. Parramatta Eels, I think they'll be lucky to make the top 4. They'll definitely be in the 8, but they'll just be making up the numbers.
They'll make a late run, whether they scrape in or not. We'll see.
Still early days, I think. Yeah.
Raiders and Panthers 53-12.
Wow.
Raiders.
You know what's on the podcast last week? I think you tipped them by 50, and then I think I was the closest 20 plus, and then our other coach I think said by 30. You could just see it. They weren't going to get close, even though it was a Canberra home game. It seems like the players are playing without passion. They just need to be reinvigorated. Whether it needs a change of coach or a complete roster overhaul, leave it to
But for a complete roster overhaul, that's going to take you 2 to 3 years. Yeah. That's the problem. And then do you stick with Ricky for another 3 years who's already been there 9 years?
I know people will say, oh, yeah, but he took him to the grand final. But that was 4 seasons
Get over it.
Like, I'll give you an example. David Waite took St George to a grand final twice in, I think, 4 seasons.
Yeah.
And then the following season, they finished 9th. They shafted him.
Yeah.
Why? From 3-4 years ago. Yeah. There's a lot of guys out there who've been around rugby league for a while, putting their hand up, give him a go. Todd Payton put his hand up. He got to go at the Warriors. They didn't make the 8, but they saw in him.
Yeah.
He went to the Cowboys, almost made the grand final. Yep. Andrew Webster's come. He's got the opportunity. He was an assistant at West Tigers. Look at him this year.
He's killing it.
I don't know why they have to keep sticking around to the old guy that's been tried, had their run.
And that's the same issue with
Ricky probably can go to another club
and he'll do well.
He will.
He will.
Sometimes
Raiders'
it's
defense
their time.
was atrocious.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Panthers are playing.
They got a decent
park
squad.
footy out one player.
Yeah, I agree with you.
What if the winger coming like little chip after passing an area? I was like, what is happening there?
I think come on.
The Panthers realised they just had it all over him and they were just throwing the ball around.
Yeah, exactly.
If Ricky was fair dinkum and he cared about the club and he's not getting him anywhere, he should help him look for a replacement.
He should.
Look, the Raiders really need to. They lost to the Knights, who are missing like 10 players.
Exactly.
They got smashed by the Panthers. You know, you had him in your 8. I don't know if.
No, I took him out.
Oh, did you?
They're not there anymore.
I took him out 2 weeks ago.
That won't be in there.
I
don't see them in there.
They've let me down. I just said, they're going out. That's it.
Rabbitohs, Melbourne, 18-10. How'd you see this one, boys?
The Melbourne tackling machine. Souths again, very disappointing.
Yeah.
I mean, they're a lot better than what the results say. I mean, something's not clicking there.
No, I think I don't know what it is. I
very
think
lackluster.
Lachlan Elias is still playing very well, and I love seeing it.
I think he's just getting more credit than he deserves. I think Cody Walker's actually playing better than he is.
I think as a 7, Lachlan Elias is doing very well.
I think he's just getting small things he's getting the over glorifying him.
No, I feel like
I'm not saying he's playing bad. I think he's just getting over glorified.
I feel like the forwards. Right. I feel like the only forward that's playing is Tom Burgess.
You're right. He's right. They are. Their forwards haven't been. They've been quite average.
I don't think their forwards.
Burgess has been their best forward.
Yeah.
They get back to Tyler this week.
Yeah.
But it's only one forward, but
yeah.
Very disappointing.
You know what?
Souths.
I thought Melbourne weren't going to win this week because Munster just come back last week.
I just want to say another thing. I know. Look, I know we all love Latrell, but honestly, you know what? The heat has to go on him. Honestly, you're a fullback.
Yeah,
Get yourself
He's
involved.
so much
We know
pressure
you're a
on him,
superstar, but honestly, we can't just keep saying he's a superstar.
No,
leave him
he needs to
alone.
get more involved.
Honestly, he should be single-handedly scorching sides.
Yeah, he should have.
He should.
But Melbourne shut him down that
Yeah,
game.
Melbourne did well
tackling
to
machine.
Melbourne.
Absolute
And they
tackling
get Jerome
machine.
Hughes back this week, which is a
Yeah.
massive
That's a massive
bonus. I
boost,
think
yeah.
they'll start going on a run.
I looked at their lineup this week, and they nearly got their whole side back,
Except
besides
Nelson.
Nelson. And I thought, you know what,
long
we'll
till
get
Nelson's
to the
back?
tips. Like
Yeah.
Nelson, probably another 6 weeks, I think.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, and just to make the point, Bellamy.
Yeah.
As much as you write him off, he always comes back and just bites you in the ass. He always eventually, he might have 1 or 2 or 3 bad weeks.
Yeah.
Eventually gets his team up the scratch. He's
Absolutely.
like Wayne
Yeah,
Bennett.
yeah.
They're in that
He'll
same
come
mold.
back. Yeah.
So Manly Warringah Seagulls 32, Newcastle Knights 32. Up there in Mudgee, how'd you say it?
Props to the Knights. Wow, how could they end up with a draw like that? Great game. I thought Turbo could have been a bit better at the end, but props to the Knights. They had a great comeback at the end.
They defended unbelievably, the Knights.
Absolutely unbelievable. And the winger, 4 tries. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
What?
Great
Dominic
comeback.
Young.
Dominic Young,
Young
that's
wasn't
it.
even supposed to play.
Exactly. Yeah.
They brought him in.
They brought him in.
Thoughts,
Um,
Steve-O?
You know, Newcastle's depleted. I thought they should have won that game.
Yeah,
I
agreed.
thought Manly got away with it.
I agree. Yeah.
As he's brought up, Dominic Young, great comeback, 4 tries. They got Young on one wing, and they got
Marjorie.
Marju the
Marju,
bulldozer on the other wing. I saw Marju last year, and I'll bring it up again. I can't believe Gold Coast let go of him.
Agreed.
He's like very hard to tackle.
Mm-hmm.
He's a bigger size of Ty, and I think he's more robust than Ty.
Yeah, it reminds me of a Matt Utai.
More robust,
Yeah.
bigger version.
Yeah,
Utah.
Matt Utah. Yeah.
Um,
Wow.
To be honest, I think 2 players I want to call out for the Knights that I think have been incredible. Lockie Miller, unbelievable. Jackson Hastings. What the Tigers got rid of the wrong half.
Yeah, we'll make
Yeah.
that point again.
I think that Lockie Miller and Jackson Hastings, either Lockie Miller had a weird scenario where he didn't know where the try line was and he let
It
Oliver
was like almost
off.
like the dead ball line.
Yeah, but they've been incredible for the Knights. I have to say, props to the Knights. And also good news, Kalen Ponga is training again, right? He's back at training. I don't know when he's going to come back to the team,
Yeah.
but so good to see Kalen Ponga playing again.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see how the Knights continue to play the rest of the year. I'm actually really disappointed in Manly. I thought Manly would go out there,
Me
defend
too.
better, but
Yeah.
they let 32 points in.
And, yeah.
I mean, they had a good first game against the Bulldogs, but then I don't think they've been that great.
If you remember the first podcast, I actually had Manly finishing very lowly.
Yeah,
I
you
just
did.
think that one game, everyone literally wet
Yeah.
their pants, basically.
Mm.
I mean, I think just Canterbury just had such a lackluster game. It made Manly look so good.
Agreed.
You know, I don't think Manly's as good as everyone's making it. They still got classy players.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I just think that I think as well with the new cat, it's going to take them time with Anthony Sable. Like they're doing well.
No, don't get me wrong.
well.
They can still make the 8, yeah.
Your favorite team, the Dragons, beat Dolphins 38-12. Laurie has come out.
I mean, Blake Laurie.
Blake Laurie's come out and he said that they want to make the top 4 this year because he scored 2 tries.
Why?
Why'd you do that, Blake?
Just when they get a win, he has to go throw pressure back on the team.
Yeah.
Like they beat a team that's depleted, that was battered the previous week in a pulsating game.
Yep.
You know, so they were gassed. They were playing at home, and already he's got his undies in a knot.
Yeah.
And just got ahead of himself and saying we want to make the top 4. Like,
But let me say, Terrell Sloan, what a player.
Oh, he's killing it.
What a player,
Wow.
bro. I want to see him continue to develop because his speed is incredible, and I think his positional play is better. I think he's all around a better player this year in many facets of his game than he was last year, and they have to stick to him even if he makes some errors.
he's
Parramatta
more-
are looking to sign him. Did you hear about that?
Bro, the Dragons
Yeah.
need to hold on to him, you know, with both arms and
he's
legs.
he's more confident this year.
Yeah.
I know Latrell's played a big part in that as well.
Yeah.
So Latrell's like saying he's a leader in the Indigenous community playing ranks. Look, he doesn't get kudos for it, but Hook, he's actually, I think he's upped his man management skills this year, or his people skills.
Yeah.
Even the players have come out and batted for him, saying how much of a father figure he's been. So I think Terrell's relationship with Hook's been there for him.
Nice.
So I think Terrell really's gone out knowing Hook's got his back, and he's playing for the team, he's playing for the coach.
I think they played very well. Zach Lomax kicking 5 from 7 the week before. He just couldn't
Atrocious.
kick.
Atrocious.
I
Yeah.
just want to say, Lomax is on the wrong side. He he's got this crazy left arm fend.
Yeah.
And and it's his strongest side. And the thing is, Suli's also strong off that side.
Yeah.
But Suli's strong on both sides. I think they got to put Lomax back on his favourite right side.
Yeah.
And put Suli back there.
Jaden Sawyer's there, isn't he?
Yeah, Jaden Sawyer's
Shout out to my cousin.
He's in doubt this week, but I think he might get through it.
But he's playing out of his skin. He's playing good. He's playing very.
He's actually my first cousin.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Wow. Maybe you can bring him on the show.
I will. My cousin, you're playing well.
Yeah, I'll offer him some sweetness so he doesn't go to the Dolphins next year.
Hopefully.
Broncos 46, Tigers 12. Look, disappointing for the Tigers, but with Payne Haas playing the way he is, I don't think anyone was going to stop.
I don't think anyone gave the Tigers a chance anyway.
No one will. And I don't think, it's...
I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the positives were for the Tigers out of that game. I don't know what to say the positives were.
I don't think there really were any.
No,
I don't know where to start, where to finish.
Reece Walsh, wow.
I just think
he's something else at the moment.
He's amazing.
They just got to put it behind them, the Tigers. So.
Queensland, I reckon Reece Walsh will be Queensland.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Look, I think Reece Walsh offers more to the team. Even though I think Brimson would not go badly there.
I remember Brimson a few years ago when he played.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did they re-sign him?
Yeah. He's a guy. He's a Gold Coast man.
Wow, he's got a lot of flair and electricity behind him. Brimson in the right team.
How good did Jordan Ricky play? He scored 2 tries. Absolutely incredible. And just the Tigers' defense was just... It's just almost non-existent. Like RP, you can see there are like 1 or 2 players there in the Tigers playing out of the absolutely trying. Like Isaiah Papali'i, he's absolute all in. You see Api Coruscant's playing out of his skin. Even Staines, I thought, look, Staines is playing, he's trying his absolute best, and they keep moving him around, and they keep moving Adam Dwayne around. It just, there's no consistency, there's no combinations.
I think Tim Sheen should trust his players. I think Tim Sheen's. You guys get beaten, and then the next week you change your team. I think you got to trust them.
Yeah,
I think you got to trust them.
Yeah, that's right. I just want to maybe you should give Benji and Robbie hand them more of the reins.
Yeah, I agree.
Honestly, I
absolutely agree.
I just want to. What's the guy with Smoking Joe Alpha Hangawi? Where's he been? I haven't seen him.
He played. I think
he played in the reserves. Did he?
I think he played in the reserves. I'm not sure.
No, he didn't. No,
is he going to play this week?
He better.
He's not named.
I think he might get a run, and it's good. I think I saw in the lineup they put Sean Bloor back in the season.
Yeah, Sean Bloor was.
I know he was written off last year because of that leg injury, but the year before that, I saw the massive potential with him. So they get some of those big boppers to support.
Come back in,
like Stefan Utakamanu.
Utakamanu,
I mean, people like that. I mean, if he gets off and Gowie there,
Look, I think Utakamanu is in the
big unit.
Big unit,
and very big guy. Yeah,
he could he could be anything. He just needs someone to go with him. He just needs you know what I mean. Like I think, look, the Tigers. I'm sorry, Tigers fans. I was going to move on to the Sharks and Warriors because what a game that was. Just before the Dolphins game, to see the Warriors come back from 20-0 down. Up the wires. Honestly, I could not believe they won that.
I got pantsed in that one.
What a game.
You know what? Watching that at home, it's just everyone thought the Warriors were going to come back. Like the commentators, you go on social media. My dad thought the Warriors were going to make a comeback. My brother thought the Warriors were going to make a comeback. He's just waiting for him to score that try, and lo and behold, Shaun Johnson did. So
and the floodgates.
Actually, sorry. As soon as Neo Corey scored.
Yes.
I think it was just before half time. They went, that's
what
the
a player though. Yeah.
It came out and then Shaun Johnson scored, and then here it goes.
And Shaun Johnson was saying at halftime, Andrew Webster was telling them, "We can do this, boys." He was telling them, "We can do this." He wasn't telling them, "Let's play to the scoreboard. We can do this." He was telling them, "No, let's go out and win." And then Shaun Johnson takes that penalty kick and he gets it, and they win.
Do you think Shaun Johnson was there to prove a point to the Sharks? Like, this is what you missed out on, or
it was a lot of the media came out. It was between him and Moylan, and then he got like their Player of the Year. But
to be honest, what I feel for this year is Andrew Webster has galvanized the Warriors to just play for each other. They're playing 80 minutes. And honestly, from hearing Shaun Johnson speak,
well said, yep.
I don't think he really cares about other teams. He's out there to show everybody that we can do this as a team. He doesn't really care about the accolades he's getting. He was just so happy for his team to have won, to play 80 minutes. Like they played 80 minutes against the Bulldogs. They played 80 minutes against the Cowboys. They've played 80 minutes now against the Sharks. They've won 3 in a row now. Like they're killing it, and I could not be happier for the Warriors. I'm a Bulldogs man, die hard. But if there's any team I want to do well, it's the Warriors, and I hope that they're there at the end of the year.
I'm telling you right now, you know what it is? Why the Warriors they're playing 80-minute footy.
Yeah, that's all it is.
80-minute footy.
He hasn't overcoached them.
He hasn't.
He's just made sure the whole team is compatible with each other.
That's right.
And also, they're responding to the coaching staff, and he's showing them, I'm with you there, boys. And they're responding back to him.
Yeah.
And he's getting the 80 minutes out of them, like you both said,
And the forwards are fit.
Oh, they're killing it. The forwards are playing like even Nickel Klukshaw has done so much for
He was good at camera.
I love seeing him play, man.
I don't know why camera let him go, but
well, I mean, they've got Xavier Savage, they've got Sebastian Chris. Xavier Savage is a big loss for the Raiders. I think if he was there, he adds a lot to their team. But I just think that you don't get rid of someone like Nickel Klukshaw, but he's well done to the, and you know they haven't had Tamare Martin either.
No. You know, he's been played. He's back again this week.
He's back this week, but Volkman's been filling in there, and I think Volkman's done an admirable job.
Yeah,
he's done a good job.
But just before we go into the previews, I like this combination. Bunty Afoa starts, he comes off, and then Jess Tavanga comes on.
What a combination!
Like,
wow,
you know, it's just like one semi-trailer comes off, and the other one comes on like same steam.
Yeah. So that was the end of our round review.